Hello and welcome to Season 1, Episode 4 of Tangent Boy Live. In this episode, I'm going to feature my song, Ribbons. We'll discuss what inspired the song, what the lyrics are actually about, and I'll also share a little bit about the recording process. Then, I'm going to share a quick and easy recipe for my blackberry and toasted walnut salad. Lastly, I'll finish it up with a story about a conversation I once had with actor-comedian David Spade. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share. Let's get this thing going. Rock on.
She's got a cute ribbon in her hair, deception in her smile.
Ribbons was actually born from a guitar riff that I was working on back in 2012. Mixed with the bass line, it actually sounds more complicated than it actually is. The lyrics are about the point in a new relationship where a couple is very attracted to each other and they might try to pretend that they're not gonna get it on, but they can't help themselves. Kind of a, let's take it slow, yeah right, it's not gonna happen. When I first came to Nashville, I pitched Ribbons during a meeting with a major publisher, and I remember she reviewed Ribbons, and she said she absolutely loved the song. It's something she would listen to while hanging out on the back porch enjoying a beer, but the lyric, no, 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 made her think that maybe there was some conflict between the person singing or the subject of the song, and in today's climate, they didn't like that was in there. I personally disagree with that assessment. Of course, I recorded it. I released a demo back in 2015, but then I re-recorded it for the Like Dr. Funk album. And this version ended up getting accepted by a publisher in LA, and they've been pitching it to everything. So, hey, you never know.
She's got a cute ribbon in her hair, deception in her smile. I'm about to follow her anywhere, she ought to be worth my while. I said no, 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 I don't want to leave you tonight. She said no, 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 stay 'cause it feels right. She got the prettiest feet I've ever seen. Tickle her too much, she's bound to turn mean. She like a soft back rub, soaking in the tub, ribbon from her hair, time to make love. With a smile I said no, 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 I don't want to leave you tonight. She said no, 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 stay 'cause it feels right. She keeps falling in and out of love with me, like the ribbons through her hair. Tender moments are so, so true. The love we give is who we are. She's got a cute ribbon in her hair, the only kiss I'll ever need. I wouldn't trade the world for our love affair, to what she means to me. I said no, 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 I don't want to leave you tonight. She said no, 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 stay 'cause it feels right. I said no, 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 I don't want to leave you tonight. said, no, 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 no. Stay 'cause it feels right. Yes, it does.
Today's snack is my blackberry and toasted walnut salad. It's relatively easy to make. First, you'll need toasted walnuts, balsamic glaze, goat cheese, mixed greens, and blackberries. Preheat the oven at 425. Put parchment paper on the baking sheet to prevent the nuts from sticking. Combine 1 cup walnuts and 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Spread on a baking sheet and cook for 5 to 6 minutes. Obviously, you'll add your mixed greens to the plate first, and then just add your blackberries. And then you'll add your goat cheese. Make sure and spread it around evenly. Then we're going to add our toasted walnuts. These really add to the dish. And finally, just add the balsamic glaze. You'll find that this salad is a perfect addition to any meal, but it also suits as a perfect snack. All right, it's story time. Today I'm going to tell you about the time I talked to David Spade. My wife and I worked in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, had great careers. Early in our career, we used to work special events, New Year's Eve, boxing, football, sporting events, everything, concerts. Well, on this particular occasion, my wife was working a Madonna concert and was actually backstage. She called me several times throughout the night. I was sitting at home on the couch watching TV, watching our kids. And she kept calling me. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, I just ran into this person, Oh, I just saw this person. Madonna walked by and told us all to look down at the ground, don't make eye contact with her, which didn't happen. Anyway, I was getting frustrated, sitting at home on the couch. I'm like, dang it, I gotta start doing these special events, man. I'm the one that's a musician and she's hanging out backstage at a Madonna concert. Anyway, after about 3 or 4 calls, the phone rings again. And I'm getting frustrated. So I pick up the phone and I'm like, what? And I hear this voice on the other side and it says, hey, buddy Nick, how you doing? And I'm like, I immediately knew who it was. I knew it was David Spade. So I said, are you calling from a walkie-talkie? And he responded, is there a niner in there? So we traded Tommy Boy lines for a minute or so. And then afterwards, I'm like, man, it's so cool that you're hanging out backstage at a Madonna concert with my wife. And he said, you know, it's really cool, but your wife keeps frisking me, which is hilarious. And I'm like, oh, man. Anyway, just a word of advice. If you're ever talking to a comedian, don't try to be funny because they're going to one-up you every time. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm stuck to it.